The industry is feeling a lot better than it did, say, 6 months ago. Certainly, corporate travel is showing pockets of strength. It's not all the way back, and it's going to take the good part of 2022 before we can really tell where corporate travel in the U.S. is. I can tell you, though, that the corporate travel market is doing much better, and that the leisure segment as well has carried the day. And we have a new term. It's called bleisure, and that is the blending of business and leisure, where you'll find a corporate traveler spending a few days doing business and then vacationing on the same trip. And so we came up with the word staycation during the Great Recession. The industry has created a word for Webster's now called bleisure.
Scott, so bleisure, it occurs to me that maybe throughout the course of business travel, there has been a little bit of mixing of business and pleasure, but it's certainly exacerbated by the pandemic right now. Can you tell us a little bit specifically about where you see specific pockets of strength? Are there certain areas that are key to the return of that business travel? Is it going to be in terms of flights? Is it hotel bookings? Is it restaurants? I mean, where do you think it's going to be the most impact, I guess, will be felt?
Well, it's the convergence of all of those, Dom. And I think it really does depend on where you reside. For instance, markets like LA, Phoenix, Miami are showing real strength compared to some of the cities up north. New York, Chicago, Minneapolis, San Francisco continue to lag. Right. And so when you think about those markets that can take advantage of both business and leisure, and I should add group travel, right? Conventions are starting to come back. The bookings for 2022 look extremely strong. And so those are the metrics that we're analyzing, to see how things play out. So Scott, we need all three working in tandem.
So it sounds like with all three working in tandem, it means now that myself, I haven't done, admittedly, a lot of business travel, given what, you see me in the studio all the time here these days in the pandemic. But I'm wondering, I've been able to take advantage of some great prices for flights and hotels over the course of the last, say, 6-7 months here. Can I expect the same thing, or am I going to see prices going higher for things like hotel rooms and airline tickets as well?
No question that pricing power has been with the consumer, but that is changing. And I think that this recovery, at least in the hotel segment, is going to be driven by the strength of pricing. And so the translation there, Dom, is that consumers are going to be paying more for their hotel rooms across the U.S. Now, in high demand periods like the holidays, that's when you're going to see the highest pricing. Will there be deals? Sure. But you got to find those. And I would suggest that period between Thanksgiving and Christmas is a good time to look for a deal.